Hello nerds, welcome back to another video. Gabriella here. Today is a good day and it's going to get even better because after a long while, I'm back to making videos on a regular basis. This has been a whirlwind few months for me. And so unfortunately, my page and all my social medias have gone on the back burner. So has reading in general as well. It's been a crazy year so far for me, honestly. Things have gone a little wild in a good way, all good things. But since we last spoke, I've gotten a promotion, I've moved out, gotten new bookshelves, obviously. I'm in a whole different place, whole different city. I've gotten COVID. My moving included leaving my childhood home, moving in with my partner full time. Just woo, a lot going on. I went to working part-time in 2021 to working full-time in 2022. So unprecedented times, my friends. It's been a little crazy, as you can imagine, but I'm so freaking excited. And today I'm bringing you my bread and butter, a book haul. I mean, let's get it. I also have a new plant, a new friend with us today. I got her this week. I haven't named her yet. If you have any name ideas for her, please comment down below. But without further ado, let's get into the books I've bought. I think we're going back to April. Let's go back to the books from April. But as always, don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell icon so you can be notified of my next video. Worry not, that bell's gonna be ringing. Okay, regularly. I promise this time, for reals, for reals. While we're here, I'm also gonna crack a little drink. It also matches with the whole look, you know. I'm just very happy, so let's just crack a drink open. Okay, it's July. Well, July's coming to an end, but whatever. You're gonna be seeing this in August anyways. Love that song. This is Raspberry Rose. Anyone was wondering. Honestly, this looks like an ad. I really love the vibe this is all giving. Pretty good. So as you guys know, for book hauls, I like to go by store. I'm sort of going chronologically because I noticed that I've only bought from the same store like once and then like bought a few books and then another store at different times. So it's sort of going to be in chronological order / by where I acquired them. Links to all the books I will be talking about today will be linked down below as usual. This time, it will not be an affiliate link, FYI, just if that changes anything for you. But in any case, I'll be linking their Goodreads instead of their usual Amazon link. But actually, the first section of books in this book haul will not be books that I've purchased, but books that were sent to me by publishers, which I'm incredibly grateful for. Like, honestly, every time I think about the fact that, you know, I get books, and some of them are, if you don't know, there's like influencer programs in that publishers have. So I'm registered for a lot of publishers to be in their influencer programs. A lot of like big publishers too. There's a few Penguin that doesn't have arcs for Canadians, but that's a whole nother story. Okay, I'll be bitter in another video. But basically, you can request every season or every month, depending on how they work, and you can request the books, and then if you receive them, It's great based on how many followers you have and all those kinds of things. But sometimes you get a book that you did not request in the mail, which is also exciting. It hasn't happened many times, but it has happened, which is a crazy, insane. But yeah, let's just get into the books sent to me by publishers. So at my old setup in my bedroom, I had a little table that I would put my books on that you couldn't see up front. I don't have such table now with my setup, so they will be on my knees. So let's just hope they don't tumble over. Okay. So the first book I want to talk about, well, the first book on the pile. So these are books sent to me by publishers, and it is The Ravenous Dead by Darcy Coates. If you notice here at the bottom, It says Gatekeeper number 2. This is a sequel to a book. I never read the first one. I think the first one is called The Whispering Dead. So I don't remember asking for this. Because I don't see myself asking for a sequel. Also, the book isn't exactly like totally 100% my vibe. So honestly, I'm a little confused. Was I like in a trance and requested this, or did they send this to me? But then again, why would a publisher send a sequel to someone they don't know if they've read the first one or not? But anyways, do I know what it's about? No. I'm assuming there's dead people in there. I don't know. Just a hunch. But that's all I know. I don't know anything about Darcy Coates or anything. Honestly, I would have given this book away. Like, this is a finished version too. Like, this is not an arc. I would have given this away to someone or something. But it was sent to me by a publisher, and I feel bad doing that. Like, I feel like I'll keep books sent to me by publishers for a really long time. Like, they're sentimental to me. So next, sent to me by Grand Central Publishing, which to be honest is the publisher that sends me the most books, is Bronze Drum by Fong Yuen. And this one actually comes out August 9th. So this is a new release. Very exciting. And honestly, for an arc, I find this looks a lot like a finished copy. Like, in the back, like, it's crooked. I don't know if you can tell. But otherwise, I don't know. It doesn't have the feel of an arc. Like, feeling-wise, it feels like a paperback you would buy. But in any case, so actually this is based on a true story of sister warriors who unite their town in Vietnam to fight the Han Chinese who have taken over. They are at war, and the men are... So these two sisters unite the women in their town to start their own army and fight back, which we love strong women characters. We love based on true stories. And if you guys have been OGs of this channel, you know that I've been really trying to read more Asian stories in general on my channel. So this is definitely one. And I did request this from Grand Central Publishing. And I'm really happy they accepted to send it to me. To be honest, I don't think Grand Central Publishing has really refused to send me anything. And they're just great. And they release super great titles as well. This is not an ad for them in any sort of way, but you know, they're G's. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Next is, I actually received a finished copy of 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, which is a book I've been wanting to read forever. But the hardcover when this came out was like close to $40. Like, who's got the coin, honestly? And then again, Grand Central Publishing was offering to send to a select few the finished paperback copy. Who was I to say no? And actually, I didn't receive just one. I received 2 of these. I don't know why. They were sent to me weeks apart. I don't know what that was. I don't know why. Honestly, I didn't ask. I'm not going to complain. So I have my one book, and my other book will actually be going to my cousin, who has already dipsed it. But happy to make someone happy. I read the first few pages. I'm very excited. But this book takes place in June. But basically, 2 ex-lovers sort of reunite for a period of time. The main character is the writer of erotica romance. We love to see it. Written by Black women about Black people. We also love to see it. Okay. And it is adult, which, like, I do read adult romances. However, I find this one was more adult. I believe the character is closer to 30. And I'm really interested in reading more, like, not new adult, but like adult romances. So this is the fix for me. Also, I just do love that pink moment. It really puts the look together, you know? Next, I received, again, from Grand Central Publishing, These Impossible Things by Sama Edwardani. This actually comes out, I think in June? This came out in June. But in any case, I didn't read too much into this book, but I read the blurb, which is a razor-sharp debut novel of 3 best friends navigating love, sex, faith, and the one night that changes it all. Bound to be delicious. I also love the colorful moment on the cover. Just love it. Honestly, arcs are underrated. Like, I feel like some publishers really put all the work into arcs, I also love the extra tall paperback because I get that grandiose feeling of a hardback while still getting that floppiness, you know? It's just great. And another female author of color. You know how I be. You know how I be. And lastly, a book that I got. This one is from Sourcebooks Landmark. This book is very special to me because of all these, I believe it is the only one did not. No, actually, The Ravenous Dead. I said I don't think I requested, but this is the only book that I know for sure I didn't request. One day I came home and there was a box at the door. A box. I hadn't ordered anything, and I know what I order. I'm always waiting impatiently. I'm the kind of person who looks at their Canada Post and refreshes every hour, you know, to see if the delivery date will change. So a box, that was a surprise. And that couldn't be a book, right? Because books just come in those like envelope thingies. Lo and behold, I had received the box from Source Books and came this book. In Every Mirror, She's Black by Lola Akinmade Akerstrom? Akerstrom? I'm sorry. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but in any case, this book is about a woman living in the Nordic countries, a Black woman, of course, and it's about her navigating life and professional life. In the box with the book, I actually received as well a candle, a lipstick, and a mirror. Unfortunately, they are currently lost in the boxes from the move, so I don't have them for the video. But I was honestly so shocked at receiving this. I was just flabbergasted, honestly. Like, first of all, this is a finished copy. This is not an ARC to begin with. I didn't request it. The cover is just beautiful. I didn't request it. And it came with this huge like influencer box. Like I felt like a legitimate like book influencer, you know what I mean? And in the midst of like everything that was going on in my life and a reading slump, like that was really, I don't know, it was a lot emotionally receiving this. So I'm very grateful to Source Books for this. Thank you. So now we're moving on to the books I did buy. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep it in order-ish of when I bought it. This next section is going to be about chapters Indigo, my BFF. You know I love it. So the first book I bought, this was a one-off because I had pre-ordered it before it came out, but it is A Magic Steeped in Poison. I remember talking about this on video, but I'm not sure if I hauled it. And I'm not sure if I ended up posting the video where I'm talking about this book actually. So there you go. If I have, I'm sorry, but I mean, I would pay to see this cover. Like, talk about outstanding. Like, we love to see it. So it is the story of a girl who has magic, and her magic comes through tea, steeped. But basically, she goes on a quest, and I don't know. I feel like that's all I have to say. Quest, magic, tea. I think just the premise is excellent. Female author of color, as you would, but she's also Canadian, so we love to see it. But yeah, and also Indigo always has those things, like if it's one of the most anticipated books of the season to come out, which they have a lot of, like, calm down, you're thirsty, you get an extra 500 plum points. So I also got that with this, so we love to see it. This came out in March. I did start reading it, as you can see the bookmark in there. Did I finish reading it? No, I did not. The sequel comes out in late August. Which is super exciting. Like, it's starting this new trend of having the first and second installment of a duology come out back to back in about a 6-month increment, which is super exciting. I love this new trend. I believe Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan, they're doing the same thing. I think the first book came out earlier than that, I think in February, and the second book is coming out now-ish, sometime in August. I really love this trend. It makes you not have to wait too long for a new book. So yeah, I'm just really excited to get my hands on the second one, but I feel like maybe I should finish the first one. But so far, it's great. As I said, I was in the midst of a reading slump, and for my birthday, Chapters does offer 20% off for one purchase over a certain amount, that is like $30, during the month of your birthday. So April is the month of my birthday, so the second April hit, I filled the bag, okay? I was trying to get back into reading, but also buying some books that I've been highly anticipating, and books I had wanted to buy for a really long time that I've been putting off for no reason. Partly because some of these I wanted specific looks to them. I'll explain. But first, we've got Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Leigh Bardugo is the author of the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which I own but have not read, and the Six of Crows duology, which I own but have not read. But Ninth House is the beginning of a new series. This is an adult one, and it's also not. It's also like dark academia. We're talking universities, secret societies kind of vibes. We love to see it. I thrive on dark academia vibes. You know, it's just my shit. The second one is coming out this fall, but now I own the first one in paperback, and I realize I done goofed because I'm gonna have to wait a year to buy the paperback for the second one, and I can't buy the UK version because it's not gonna match. But in any case, I love the simplicity of this cover. Honestly, like, I don't know, there's just something. The snake is also luminescent. I don't know. I'm just really excited to read that one. Hopefully I get to it soon. Next, I bought These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I've been wanting to read this one since it came out last year. I ended up buying the hardcover, which is why I wanted to use my 20% off, right? Logically. But yeah, this is actually a Romeo and Juliet retelling set in 1920s China. Is it China? Yes, Shanghai. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. It is part of a duology. This is the first installment, obviously. The second installment, Our Violent Ends, also came out, and I love the look of the two hardbacks side by side. Chloe Gong also has Foul Lady Fortune, which is also based on Shakespeare. Which play is it? Hamlet? I'm not sure. But in any case, I'm excited to fall in love with Chloe Gong's writing and become her simp, read Our Violent Ends, and then buy Foul Lady Fortune and read that one too. That's the plan. Next, we've got Legend Born by Tracy Deonn. This one is also magic, secret society, set in university. When the shadows rise, so will the light. When the blood is shed, blood will call. By the king's table for the order's might, by eternal oaths, the line is law. And I believe this is an Arthurian retelling, sort of like, Merlin, Prince Arthur, the whole sword in the stone kind of vibe, which is very exciting because, as you can tell, the main character is Black, so is the author, so we love that for us. 2 retellings by women of color. Also, has there been a big book so far that I talked about that wasn't by a woman of color? Now that I think about it, there may be a trend, which we're breaking with the very next book, actually, which is the last book I got from this little birthday haul I did at Chapters, but it is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. This is actually sort of a 2-part story. You jump back and forth between the early 1900s in this all-girls boarding school in Rhode Island, where there are a lot of gays, and there has been 2 mysterious deaths that are related to Yellow Jackets, hence the cover. And then you also jump back into about present time, definitely the 2020s, minus COVID. And you see a book has been written about sort of a love story situation that happened at Brookhaus Academy back in the early 1900s, and they are making a movie of this book. But the book is based on a true story. So it has dark academia elements, but it also has this horror element. You get some Hollywood satire as well. And about every single character in here so far is a raging sapphic lover. So it's very interesting. She a thick girl. I've been actually waiting for the paperback for this one because the paperback is a different color scheme as the hardcover. The hardcover is black where this is red and red where this is black. And I prefer the punch of the red. So I was waiting for the paperback to come out. And it did, obviously. And yeah, I'm actually pretty far along. I think 37% into this book. And I am loving it so far. I love the kind of humor in it. I have to say, I read some of the criticism about this book. And it was the same criticism I had about a book that I loved and that I read last year that got me into dark academia, Catherine House. People are saying, like, nothing's happening. It's so slow. And it's like, but it's the kind of vibe you want, the like the creeping horror, you know, not the like in your face, you know, slasher or like, you know, jump scares kind of vibe. It's more like the weird sense of dread that you get, you know, like just a light chill. That's the kind of horror I like, and this is what it's giving so far. So very, very happy about this one. Later on in May, one of my favorite authors of all time released her third book, Akishara Wheeler, by Casey McQuiston. Surprise to no one, I love Casey McQuiston. This is her first YA novel. Her last two were new adult. But this is basically Paper Towns but make it gay. Basically, Shara Wheeler ran away from home on the night of prom after kissing 3 different people, 2 guys and a girl. You follow the main character, Rachel Green. Rachel Green? That's not her name, is it? Chloe Green. I knew it was a little too nail on the head. Chloe Green, and you follow her as she goes on the hunt. Shara Wheeler left letters to all the people she kissed to find clues to find her. Very Paper Towns-y, but not in a bad way. You know, Paper Towns make it gay. I'm not mad about it. I never read Paper Towns. I did watch the movie. But the movie at all. No offense if you did. But yeah, this is the Indigo exclusive edition. So the spine is pink, but the cover is purple. The original is green. Green is my favorite color, but lavender is just the moment right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, very excited. It is in hardcover. I'm a little bitter about the fact that this is hardcover because I know that YA releases are always come first, at least in North America, as a hardcover. Meanwhile, new adult romance seems to come solely in paperback, which I love. And I wish this came in paperback as well, because then it could match and it could go along with my One Last Stop and my Red, White, and Royal Blue, which stand together on the shelf. This can't stand with it on my shelf. So that's my first world problem of the day. Okay? Life is hard for a girl like me. Anyways, this is the last book I purchased from Chapters. Next is a soul book I bought from Amazon. I was really looking for a pick-me-up when I was feeling, I don't know, a little down, I guess. But yeah, I bought In Deeper Waters by F.D. Lukens, which I've been wanting to buy since it came out. But again, it's another one of those that came out in hardback and it was just so expensive I couldn't justify. And in paperback, it's now come out in paperback, it was like $15. You know, I mean, I realize that in some countries that's really expensive. In Canada, that's cheap for a book. So, you know, I picked that bitch. Oh! But yeah, it's about, it's basically a Little Mermaid retelling. We've got a prince who's at sea, who meets a mysterious man. And the man, after being taken prisoner by the prince and his crew on the boat, jumps off, never to be seen again. Is he really never to be seen again? That's for you to find out. It's obvious he does see him again. He's probably a mermaid. Also, love this cover. Outstanding. F.D. Lukens also released another book called Ever After, which I really want to read as well. But I'm going to do the same as this and get it as paperback. Also, check the flop. I mean, that's some flop. Bitch be floppy. Oh, God. Is there a more satisfying sound? Not really. Not really. Next, I took a little trip to my favorite independent bookstore, Cleo, over in Pointe Claire in Montreal. Hadn't been there in a while, gotta say. Had been a minute. I think last time I went was actually last fall, which is a disgrace. But I also wasn't buying really that many books, so I mean, I feel bad, but also, you know, my wallet, you know? Anyways, so I went and picked up 3 books. So the first one I bought is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Musfeh. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But anyways, if you're anywhere on TikTok, you've heard about this book. Every girl has read it. Every girl. Every single book talk girlie has read this book. But it's basically about a woman who has depression and she decides to take a year and do nothing. Just sit there. I don't know how that's supposed to help your depression, honey, but I guess we'll find out. Next, I purchased The Idiot by Elif Batuman. What a compelling cover. Like, the simplicity makes it makes you want to pick it up. I don't know if that's just me, but there's something about just having a rock. Also, the book is called The Idiot. It's like a very... But anyways, book is set in 1995, when email is brand new, and yeah, it's about pen pals. It's about discovering yourself in young adulthood, college time, about young love, all the good stuff. It is also floppy as hell. I did find this also on TikTok. I'm trusting TikTok. I'm trusting it. I feel like this is the kind of book that I'm gonna like, though. Again, it's one of those things where it's like sometimes the criticism about a book says more to me than like the good stuff. Like people are like, "Oh, I loved it." Like I find the books that people love the most on Book Talk, I hate anything going over. Just no, please don't. We all know how I like Very, but I find the ones that have like sort of a more divisive nature to it, not in a problematic sense, but just in like people's enjoyment of it. I find I'm way more enjoying it. The only book I think from TikTok that I was really like in with the bandwagon was The Love Hypothesis. But that's just a silly, goofy romance. You know what I mean? For the other type of books, I find like you have to find the books that like not 100% of TikTok likes. Otherwise, I'm gonna hate it. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, cutie. The last book I got from Cleo is Heartstopper Volume 4. I've read Volume 1 through 3. I also watched the show which came out recently on Netflix. It was amazing. And it got renewed for season 2. But in any case, I was due to read Volume 4. I've been trying to hold out because I like in a series when I'm behind by one book, so I don't have to wait. And now after I'm done this, I will have to wait. So there was that. But I needed my Nick and Charlie fix. She's a thick girl. The books get thicker with time, which is very interesting. I mean, it's still a graphic novel with huge images, so I will read this in one sitting, but in any case, stills. I mean, it's an incredible book. What can I say? An incredible series. Love the characters, all of them. I honestly, when I read this, I might just rewatch the TV show, which is that good. I watched it in one sitting as well. Because there were like 8 episodes of like 25 minutes or something like that. Like, at the same time, is it enough? No. It was perfect. Everything, the timing was perfect and everything. I'm glad they did it the way they did it. But also, it's like season 2. Now. Like, why don't shows do like authors do? You know, like so many authors have written almost the entire series before the first one gets released, you know? So you know for sure the next one's going to come out in a year. But for TV shows, it's like they're always like surprised and shocked by how well it was received. Like, come on, girl. Like, come on. We all knew Heartstopper was going to do good. Same thing with like Shadow and Bone and like full of other like book to movie, book to TV show adaptations. Like, pick it up. Just film all of it at once and then release it every like 6 months or something. Keep it exciting. Do something. Okay, guys. Home stretch. This is the last bookstore I bought from. Oh my god, the books are gonna fall off. But this is the most books I bought at once. It is from Book Outlet though, unsurprisingly. So which is why it's the most books. You know I love Book Outlet. My referral code is linked down below. But yeah, all these books were like $6 and below, so don't be mad at me, okay? I bought Unravel the Dusk by Elizabeth Lim. So this is the last part of a duology. The first one is Spin the Dawn, which I do own. I was waiting for it in paperback because I own the first one in paperback. But I haven't read Spin the Dawn yet, but I did read not The Dragon's Promise, no. 6 Crimson Cranes. The Dragon's Promise is coming out later in August, which is the second part of the duology for that. But the Spin the Dawn duology and the 6 Crimson Cranes duology happen in the same world. I don't know if they happen at the same time or anything, but the magic system is the same. So I already know from the way I like Elizabeth Lim's writing, how I like the magic system in the world in general. I know I'm going to like it. So I was like, you know what? This is on sale and I finally found it in paperback. Let's go. Let's get it. So I'm going to wait for Dragon's Promise to come out. I've already pre-ordered it. I'm going to read that and then I'm going to jump into the Spin the Dawn duology. A book I've been wanting to read forever. The Ravens. There's a small theme being weaved between a few books. The Ravens is in a sorority of witches, and this girl gets into this, or tries to get into the sorority, and hijinks ensue. You know, witches, bitches. Um, you know how it can be. They are the Kappa Rho Nu, for you wondering. I would rush it. I would rush it. We don't have sororities where I live, but you know, I would rush it. I also just love the colors, the tones of the cover, just outstanding. But yeah, I've been wanting to read it for a long time. Found it on book outlet, you know. It was in the bag. It was in the bag for sure. Next is The Infinity Courts by Akemi Dawn Bowman. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't remember what this is about. It's been on my wish list for a long time, but I remember absolutely nothing about it. So anyways, the Goodreads will be linked down if you want to know what it's about. The cover is outstanding. And again, I'm not going to spend on $5 for a hardback, ever. Especially a book that's been on my wish list for like well over a year. So, there you go. Next, we have Yolk by Mary H.K. Choi. This is a book that I've wanted to read since it came out. I feel like most of these books are, but you know. But again, the price was holding me back, and I really, really wanted the hardcover. You understand why? Because look, there's a girl here, right? You don't see her hand. There's a girl here. You don't see her hand. Why? Because they connect. I mean, isn't it beautiful? But it is a story of sisterhood and hard choices, and I actually found out today that it is being turned into a TV show. So definitely have to read that before the TV show comes out. I have no excuse now. I'm a little sad because the jacket is a little ruffled at the top, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, I did get this for like $6, so there you go. But just love the cover. Very interesting with the name also. I'm excited to see how it relates to the story. Next, we have The Bones of Ruin by Sarah Raleigh. This book, I think I talked about it in one of my most anticipated releases video, but it's basically the story of this tightrope walker. She's black. She lives in Victorian London, so you can only imagine the vibes already. But she's also immortal. And she has to hide the fact that she's immortal, but she's also a tightrope walker. So, you know, dangerous job, dangerous life. We also love the cover. I love when it flows into one giant image. Just love that for me. And this is an actual pristine condition, the hardcover. It's usually $24, like, which is actually not bad for hardcover here in Canada, but still. I mean, she's beautiful. She's great. And I've heard great things about this one as well. And last but not least, the last book in this book haul is Vesper by Margaret Rodgerson. Basically, it is a story of these gray nuns, which are basically, well, they're nuns. They're religious women, but they help people be led into the afterlife. A bit like Grim Reapers, I guess, but like women. And yeah, that's basically all I know. That's all I need to know. Margaret Rodgerson is also a well-known author. I think she wrote the Enchantment of Ravens series, if I'm not mistaken. People really like her. I really like the idea behind this book. So it became in my bag. And again, if it's book outlet, I don't mind putting books in my bag. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a bad thing at all. So there you go. So nerds, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy to be doing videos again. It's honestly such a relief. It's like coming back home, which is fun because I'm in a new home, you know? So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment. Let me know what you want me to name my plant, as well as let's leave the emoji for the day. This is a book haul, so let's put some cash. Yeah, money. Down in the comments below. Let me know if you've bought any books recently. I would love to find out what you've bought recently. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As I said, everything will be linked down below, as well as referral link for book outlet. If you make your first purchase with it, you get $5 off, and I get a nice $5 off too. Thank you. That's basically a whole book. That's a whole book on book outlet. Sometimes 2 or 3. Anyways, can't wait to see you guys very soon. I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.